Alright guys, we are doing the dang thing. It has been a minute, a couple of days since streaming. The past couple of days have been super busy. I'm currently in the bathroom doing a live stream, but it's okay. My family's here in support. The wife and kids are still sleeping in the other room. We're staying in a nice place, but just won't be in the bathroom until my parents leave to where I can stream out in the open. I just don't want to wake them up. But I hope you all have been well. I have been well. I finished my first dose of radiation yesterday, and I do not feel terrible. What I'm seeing though is usually it's a buildup, so we'll see how I'm feeling in 2 to 3 weeks. Alright, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. So I'll always say this for anyone who's new here, who doesn't really know what's going on. I recently got diagnosed. I keep saying recently. I guess it's the beginning of January recently. I got diagnosed with cancer, sarcoma type cancer, at the beginning of January. It's a high-grade pleomorphic rhabdomyosarcoma, and I just started, and what I wanted to do was just document what I've been going through, the things that I'm doing throughout the day to the best of my ability, and I believe it's been a success. If you're following my ex, I have a YouTube link in my description, and it has my shorts. You know, they're nothing special. There's no crazy graphics. It's just what I've been doing majority of the time while being diagnosed with this. What I eat, what I drink, some fitness, and some motivational / real talk. But again, if you're going there for the graphics design, for the hype up video with stuff going in your face, with the words popping out of the crazy lighting, whatever, you're not gonna get that. It's just basic snippets of what I've been doing throughout the days. But yeah, I have 3 in storage. That's nice. With my family, we are in Tampa just for the update, and we're getting seen down here. I started my radiation yesterday, and it was about 30 minutes. So I fell asleep during it. Woke up, didn't feel too bad. Didn't feel bad at all, really. I'm super thankful for my wife. Super thankful for my parents coming down here too to help out with everything. You know, it was late. It was a late one last night, so it would have been tough to have the kids. And I know that some people, you know, don't have the, I just say, you know, in the most respectful way I can, they don't have the best support system, they just, yeah, I mean, I don't really know how else to say it. They don't really have too many people to lean on, which is saddening. And I'm very thankful that I do. Very thankful for my family, my friends, because without them, it would be rough. You can't do this alone, in my opinion. And I credit a lot of the emotional stability that I have, also to my faith in the Lord. That's something that's never going to waver, no matter if it, you know, gets worse. I'm not foreseeing that any of this is going to get worse, but if it gets worse, my faith will not waver. But I'm hoping and praying that it goes well, and that's all I've been keeping my mind on, is that the radiation is going to be a success, and then the surgery will be a success, and then I'll be able to get on with the rest of my life. One thing I will say though, I did not know, see that this is the naive part for me. I did not know that once you finish up with your readings per se, with being done with everything related to your surgery, so you finish your readings and it shows no surgery, right? I was really naive with that, with what happens next. I just thought, well, we're done. I did not know that I will still have to be getting scans for the rest of your life. I really did not know that there are still chances for it to come back. So, yes, that was a bit, what's the word it wasn't a shocker. I think it was more just I forgot what these do. Hold on, I drink that boost. Okay. I'll take it. No, wait. A drink that boosts the power of the Pokemon set move. It may not have any effect on certain kinds of moves. It also slightly fills the Pokemon's belly. Okay, so I can use that whenever I'm making my way to Zapdos. So I do want this Blast Seed though. And I'm pretty sure it's the Switcher Orb that I have to give up. Okay, so I'll just use this Radar Orb. No, actually I'm gonna drop the Escape Orb. Might need the Radar Orb for something in the future. Anyways, yes, I was naive to the fact that I will have to be getting scans for the rest of my life, and that there will always be a possibility for cancer to come back. So that means I have to stay vigilant for the rest of my life. Does that mean I'm not going to live? No, it does not. What it means is things that I've been doing now will still have to be applied for the rest of my life, and there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. I believe I was already physically fit, but you know, I'll proceed, just like going through the stairs, I'll proceed with what I've been doing and go even harder with fitness. What I will do though is after the surgery, I will be switching up the diet. So speaking of diet, lifestyle, through looking up things on the internet and trying to stay, as up to date with cancer research, how cancer works, and things of that nature. What I have seen, what I've read, is that the keto approach for your cancer is being studied heavily, and that there are good results if you're in a deep state of ketosis. So that's where I have been at. That's what I've been in and aiming for each and every day. What I will say is traveling makes it very hard. Traveling makes it very hard, and getting out of your routine makes it hard as well. It makes it very hard, especially with what happened this past week. I think someone may be coming into the bathroom. If they do, I'll just be stopping the live stream. Yes? No, I'm just streaming. Sure can. Yeah, just getting my little Pokémon stream in. You can use Russian Dead. Can you fit, or do I need to move? Oh, okay, to go work on the truck?
Parts, yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, I am going to continue the stream even though my dad's blown it up on the stream. I'm pretty sure you might be hearing that. But that is also reality. Nothing is perfect. And you just adapt and you overcome. So while he's blowing it up, I'm going to continue blowing up this game and keep going about rescuing and talking. So yes, the study on how ketosis helps, because cancer feeds off of glucose, glycolysis, glutamine, all that stuff. So again, if you don't know about keto, really it's being carbless, sugarless. And that is because as soon as carbs get into your body, they turn into glucose. And that's what cancer feeds off of. So I've been using this app called Chronometer. And Chronometer has been tracking I've been tracking all of what I've been eating through Chronometer, trying to make it as detailed as possible. And with this past week, it's been up and down. My carbs have still been pretty low in terms of the timing. The timing has definitely been off, because before we left, I was working on being in that intermittent fasting zone where I would only eat from 7:30 to 1:30, and I would do my readings right when I woke up in the morning, and then I'd do my readings at around 9 p.m. And every time I do my readings, they would be in that therapeutic range, for the GKI being in between that 3 to 1 range. So for example, last night I checked it and my GKI was over 10. This morning it was over 10 as well. If I look at chronometer, everything will still be pretty close, if not good, on my end for all the nutrition facts. But I believe timing is a big part when you eat, because I was eating last night until 12 a.m. to put it plainly. I was eating all night once I got back from radiation. But prior to that, around 1 or 2 p.m., I took a reading and my GKI was in between 3 and 1. I can't remember exactly, but it was good. So there's fluctuations, and one thing, or I think I keep saying one thing, but something that I think we have to aim for is cutting out the fluctuation. It needs to be consistency as much as possible. So, creating a schedule, creating a plan, that's what I'm going to do while I'm here again. Create that plan, which will be the 7:30 to 1:30 eating. And like I was doing whenever we were back at home, if I'm hungry, I'm just gonna have to suck it up, because I have my window, and I have other people to worry about, to tend to. So yeah, I could complain and boo-hoo about it, but I do know my readings were the best when I was intermittent fasting. When I was in that constant zone, it also helped me with my headspace. Now, this was something I posted about on my Reddit. Some people were, agreeing and disagreeing, whatever. That's how it always is going to be. But some person asked, is this something that? Hold on here. Can't I throw it? I can throw it. Okay, cool. Where was I going? Oh, they asked about it, saying, be careful, am I losing too much weight? Did your oncologist ask about this, or did you ask, and what did your oncologist say about it, and is this something approved basically through your doctor? My doctor let me know that during the CT scan, my cancer really liked glucose. Okay, so it wasn't a direct answer saying, okay, yes, cut off all your sugar and yada, yada, yada. Because frankly, there's no money in it. Because if that really is the truth, that if you can cut off your sugar hardcore, if you can eat to where you're barely ingesting any carbs and you're working out and you're doing other holistic natural remedies, and that can help with your fight on cancer, potentially cause your tumors to shrink, that's not going to be pursued because there's no money there. So that's just my take on it. But he did say the glucose part, so I just take that in my brain as, okay, what I'm doing is correct, trying to cut out as much carbs as possible. And really that's it. Now that we've started radiation, I'm getting, in my opinion, the best of both worlds. I will always repeat this, I'm not ignorant to the fact that human medicine has done great things. So that's why I'm switch your orb. Yes, that is why I've chosen to go with radiation, as well as also doing my own metabolic therapy. grass on the... Okay, he's got the blast seed, so should be smart enough to eat it. Oh, it's probably back this way. There might be a little piece of the dungeon down there. Level 14, this is good. It's also good I decided to do this dungeon again, get some more experience. Get some more experience points so I can level up, pick up some more items. Because starting to zap those pieces, it's gonna be a grind. But I'm so ready. Alright, just to throw this out there, I ran 8 miles yesterday, and my left hamstring hip flexor area is spasming right now. I've got some spasms going on. Right now, one person to deliver this orb to, so here we go. And I didn't read it off like fully, it just says bring switcher orb. So now we just gotta look around for said Pokemon. Okay. Alright, so I got a glare from the bathroom light, but I'm looking around the dungeon and I don't see any yellow dot. And this mission objective says bring switcher orb. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to pass because I don't see any yellow on there, so I'm just gonna go. And the next floors are Belgium and Max Elixir. Oh, you're good, Dad. Just scoot over so you can wash your hands.
I'll sit down, please.
Okay, see you, Dad. Love you. Rescue Beldum. Okay. Alright. Oh, that looks... Oh my gosh. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
No, that was from me. I poured out too much water. Okay, this angle is so much better. You can actually see the dungeon and there's no glare. So, my bad, y'all. Alright, let's finish up here. We gotta rescue Beldum, and then we gotta do the elixir, and then if my family sleeps a little bit longer, I will try to do the Zapdos mission. All right. All right, while this is going on, I'm just gonna do an experiment real quick. Just gonna turn to the side. Okay, because eventually, after this, I got to get on the DS, and I will have to find the angle that'll work best with with the DS. But until then, we'll keep playing Red Rescue Team, and eventually I'll get Blue going again. This has just been way more fun. Heck yeah, and we hit bronze rank. All right. Okay. We're gonna make a push to try to go and rescue. So let's see what we got here. I mean, these are all good items. Darn, these are all good items. These are all really good items, man. Okay, I'll store one escape orb, one blast seed. Keep the warp seed because I can use that in boss battles. The ginseng, I'm not really understanding. It boosts the power of a set move, so whatever. Now let's see what they got at Kecleon's shop. I did see the reviver seed, don't worry. Those are good moves. But I think I'm always gonna go with reviver seeds unless my level's just crazy. You just never know. Someone can get that random hit off of you and then gone. All your progress in the dungeon just destroyed. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4 reviver seeds. We got apples, cherryberry, orangeberry, raspberry, blast seeds. And we have 1 escape orb. Warp seed, max elixir 2. Alright, the rest of the money. Store that. Alright, I'm gonna go save just in case I have to stop if the wife and kids wake up. And don't worry, I got my prayer time and Bible time in before as well. Got that in. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Okay, I don't really remember, but alright. Here we are. Alright, we got some Pokemon that can do some decent damage. I'll just see what's up. I knew it. Buster. Teddy Ursa. Thank you. Okay. Glad I have that max elixir, because this might be a problem. Got some Pokemon that are pretty tough here. And I'm gonna have to eventually start using all my moves, because I don't want to use my Oran Berry yet. I can walk around and get health. But these Pokemon aren't weak enough that just regular attacks are gonna knock them out flat. Yeah, just like that. Darn it. And I think Weedle might have Poison Sting, so I'm not trying to get poisoned either. So this is definitely a step up in tier of difficulty for dungeons for me. See, that's all right. Thankfully, we got this berry right here. Very good. Darn it. Okay. What? Oh my gosh, again. I'm not even gonna mess around with it. Okay, I guess I am gonna mess around with it because we don't have any. Alright, we're good, we're good. Nice. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, dungeons are getting real now. Got some big opponents coming in, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not cool. That's not cool. Please, please. Thank you. And that thing keeps using. Okay. Alright. Good job, Pikachu. How much health does Pikachu have? 15. Wrong person to attack. That's right. I appreciate the IQ. I really do. But we need offense right now. And thankfully he's stunned. That should be super effective. Okay. Super effective. Give me some health. And then... Alright, so that was the first test. That wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. So that, hopefully that is not a foreshadowing of what is to come. Because that was tough. Need to get better. Need to get better. Levels got to get higher, but that's why we play video games, and that's why we keep grinding. It's not always going to be easy. But dealing with that was my first set of 5. That was tough. Oh my gosh, thank you. Pikachu was slowed, so okay. Three orange berries. Oh yeah. Okay, I just wanted to see. So your opponent next to in front of you. I guess that only makes sense, I guess. Very nice. All right. All right. So I will end the live stream with that. Let's see here. All right, yeah, I'll end the live stream with that. My Game Boy is on red. For anyone who came by, thank you for watching, listening. For anyone who is having a battle right now with cancer, we can do this, and I pray that you find the strength to keep going and that you are cured. One thing I've been trying to just mention and to talk about openly and freely is just doing each other's best to flow with positivity to the best of your ability, because you could complain. We all have the right to complain with what we have, to have stinking thinking, to be down in the dumps, but that is not going to make the situation any better. Being negative is not going to make a situation better, because the situation is still there. It still persists. So the best way to overcome, in my opinion, is to try to be as positive as you can. And that doesn't mean jolly-go-lucky, but just face things head on. Do the best you can with what the doctors have given you. Do your own research. This is not medical advice, by the way, but do your own research. Go out on walks, get in the sun, eat some good food, be with family, be with friends, help people. Just find a reason, find an excuse to have good moments in your day. And with that, good luck to everyone and keep fighting.